Hey y'all, welcome back to a book review with your girl, Books with Beauty. It's me, Nitra. I know the name change sounds so weird to me. I was really about to say, welcome back to But That's So Nitra, but that's not my name anymore. But anyway, we are talking about a book that I have been reading, and when I tell you this book has been the book of all gems, like when I tell you this book has been dropping gems that has helped me significantly in many ways. I mean, healing takes time. It wasn't done overnight. In this book, she says that it takes technically 3 months to fully process and understand and grieve a relationship, especially one where you were so committed into it. So I needed to hear that because I'm currently going through one. But we are talking about the Let Them Theory book. Miss Mel Robbins dropped some gems in this book, y'all, so much that I had to take notes. This book was so good, y'all. It talked about friendships, relationships, parenthood. I'm not a parent, so I couldn't relate. Situationships, marriages, relationships, how to find that one, how to spot when someone just doesn't like you. Like, all of that was in this book, and it was gem after gem after gem after gem, y'all. Like, it was so good. I'm obsessed. I know that this is a book that I'm gonna go back and read and like follow up with it and just be like, remember in that chapter she said this, and remember in that chapter she said that. Like, this is a book I know that I'm gonna go back to and refer back to as I'm doing my healing process and my Let Them theory. The first thing in this book that really stood out to me is that she was talking about how the Let Them theory even started, and then she showed like all the people and their Let Them tattoos. I low-key want a Let Them tattoo, and I feel like I'm gonna get one because I'm in that stage of my life where I need to let them do it. I am a known negative person when it comes to my life, and I am a known person who has to always like fix things. Like, I have to fix it if it's broken, or if I feel like I can fix it, I'm going to try, even if I'm not supposed to. I'm just one of them people that, like, I have to give it my all, and then I can finally be like, okay, Nitra, like, you done all you can. You can just let it go. We are no longer doing that, okay? Because of this book, we are no longer in our it fixed them era. We are in our let them era. And baby, when I tell you that, when I'm like, again, like, Rome wasn't built in a day, change didn't happen overnight. I'm still kind of stuck in my old ways, but with this book help, I think I'm gonna be able to get out of that stage of my life. I'm in that era where I'm just like, oh, I have to fix it. Like, oh, I see friends hanging out without me, and I'm just like, oh, they don't like me. Like, oh, shoot, like, dang, what did I do to them? Nothing. You didn't do nothing, girl. Let these people do what they want to do, and then you do you. Like, if a person wants to walk out your life, let them. If a person doesn't want to be your friend no more, let them. If a person wants to talk stuff behind your back, let them. If a person decides that they want to play both sides, let them. And I know that sounds crazy, like, you're like, why am I letting these people just do any and everything to me? You technically not, because it's what you do after that. It's the you theory. Like, what are you gonna do? Okay, so they talking stuff about me, I'm gonna let them. But in the meantime, while they doing that, I know that I can't rock with these people no more. This person no longer wants to be with me. Okay, let them walk out your life. Yes, it's going to hurt, but what are you going to do about it? You're going to sit there and you're going to cry about it and you're going to whine, or are you going to build yourself up to be a better person, so when the next person comes into your life, you know what to do? And that's currently where I'm at in life right now. Some of the key takeaways from this book that I have gained, she says, other people don't hold the power in your relationship, only you do. So basically what that is saying is that you hold the power in your relationship. How the relationship goes, whatever the outside people say about your relationship, that stuff don't matter. The only opinions matter in that relationship is with you and the person that you're in a relationship with. So for instance, if I was to ever get back with my ex, and people talk and be like, oh my God, why did you take him back? Or why did he take you back? None of their opinions matter, just the opinions of me and that person. So I was like, okay, I need to hear that, because so many times I've heard my friends say like, you still love him, you still want to be with him, why? And I'm just like, because like, your opinion doesn't matter. Yes, thank you for your opinion, I'll consider it, but at the end of the day, it don't hold no weight in my heart. Another one is, you are the love of your life. You are the only person you will ever be with for the rest of your life. Basically saying like, I am my true love. Like, I have to make sure that the love I have with myself is unmatched, that no one could come in and break that. And right now, my love with myself is broken. Like, I don't feel like I have self-worth. I don't feel like I love myself. I don't really like myself. When I look in the mirror, I'm just like, who is this girl that I see? I'm still currently battling with my self-love, my self-doubt, myself everything. And so after reading this book, and I'm also reading another book, I'm gaining that love for myself again. Because if you can't love yourself, then how you expect anybody else to ever love you? Another one is, stop letting fear of what people think paralyze you. When I seen that, I flipped the book. I was like, that is me. I care so much about what other people think of me. It's ridiculous. But moving forward, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to try not to give a fuck. I care too much. I've heard that from my friends. I've heard that from my ex, like, you care about what people think too much and blah blah blah. And I do. I care about the way people think I look. I care about the way people think I act. Lately, I have not been giving a fuck, because I've been getting on social media, being very real and vulnerable with people, especially about my battle with my depression and my bipolarness. Like, I've been very active about it, because I don't see many women of color talking about it enough. So I've been very bold about it, and I've been getting some mixed signals. I've been getting people like, oh my God, you need to talk to God, you need to pray about it, you need to write it in your journal. And I'm just like, or I can be an advocate for the ones who have that problem and feel like they have no one to talk to, because at times, I feel like I don't got nobody to talk to. So in this book of letting them just like, basically, do you, don't care about what nobody else thinks of you. And I love that for me in the new year. Another one is, stop tiptoeing around people's emotions. Tell these people how you feel, regardless if it's gonna hurt or not, because they gonna tell you how they feel regardless if it hurts or not. So why should you tiptoe around anybody's emotion? If something that somebody is doing is bothering you, tell them. It's their choice if they want to change their behavior or not. And if they don't want to change their behavior, let them continue to do that. But while they continue to do that, you gonna be over here. Stop tiptoeing around people's emotions. Just don't do it. Another one is, let people heal how they need to heal. Basically, you can't save everybody, and everybody can't save you. So while you sitting here, you looking for your boyfriend to help you heal some things that's in you, they can't heal you, sis. Or if a guy is looking for his girlfriend to fix some things and heal some things in him, she can't heal you, bruh. Like, you have to heal yourself. You and God. Those are the only two people that's going to be able to heal whatever you got going on in your life is God. My ex literally texted me something last night and said, give something to the effect of, give your doubts and worries, give your fears or your doubts or your worries to God. He is the healer of all things. Something along that extent of what he texted me last night. And I'm just like, dang, bro, you got me. You're right. Because at the end of the day, he can't fix what I'm going through. Only God can. Only God and him can't. Only God and I can. And you won't be able to really fully accept what God wants to do for you until you know that, like, okay, like, Lord, I'm coming to you. I am all out of options. It's just me and you. Please mend and fix whatever needs to be fixed. And that's how it's going to happen. You can't look to other people to fix your problems, and you can't look to other people to heal your wounds when these are your wounds and these are things that you have to sit in and live in, and only you can do it. So stop looking for your friends to heal you. Stop trying to heal your friends. Like, if your friends have a drinking problem, if they're not ready to stop drinking, they're not ready to stop drinking. There's nothing that you can do about it. You just gotta let them do it, and eventually they'll get to the point where they're like, all right, I don't want to do this anymore, and then that's where the healing can start. Another takeaway from the book, she said, stop wasting your time trying to get people to love you and just love yourself. If she was not talking to me in that book, I don't know who she was talking to. I was just like, my mouth was on the floor, because like I said, I battle with self-love, and I look for love and validation in other people who love me. And I'm like, if you can't love yourself, nobody can really truly love you. Like, because how do you know how you want to be treated? So when I seen that, I was like, yeah, she ate. It says, stop wasting your time trying to get people to love you and just love yourself. People are going to naturally attach themselves to you once they see that you love yourself, you care about yourself, like the way that you present yourself. Like, people are going to want to latch on to that. They don't really want to latch on to negativity. They don't really want to latch on to somebody who's always negative. Me. So like, I get it. Then it says, you can't, one of the questions she asked in the relationship part of the book, she said, can you expect this person can you accept this person right where they are, like right now? So like, if you're dating somebody and right now this is like, and you know for a fact that this is their behavior, this is how they're going to be for the rest of their life, can you truly accept this person as that forever? And if the answer is no, then that's not the person that you need to be with. So like, if you don't think that this person would change their ways for themselves, not for you, but for themselves, can you be with this person knowing that this is how they are going to be every day of the year, every day in the relationship? Like, if you know that this person has a drinking problem or an anger problem, and you know that they're never going to change those two things, could you still be with that person every single day? And if the answer is no, then that's not the person for you. But if you think that this person can change, and they want to change on their own, not just for you or the relationship, but they want to change for themselves, could you be with that person? So that's something that you have to think about as well in a relationship. And I thought that was really good to like visualize and picture. Another thing that she said in this book was, you have to give a situation space so that you can see the positive change. So basically, if you are on a break from your partner and there's some things that you did not like about your partner and you want them to work on, and you're like, hey, this is why we're breaking up, because these are the things that I don't like these are the things that I don't like that you're doing, and I just need a little bit of space. And you're like monitoring, and you're like checking in, and you're like looking at your partner, or you're like watching their social media, and you see that they're changing. That's fine. But like, she's basically saying, like, you need to do the no contact. Like, you need to do the no talking to them, and you need to let them, give them space to either change their behavior or to see if the behavior is going to continue. I am currently in this situation, but I don't think there's no getting back together. I think the damage is done, and unfortunately, as bad as that seems, I have a little bit of faith, but as the days goes on, I'm just like, no, especially after like the last interaction, I'm just like, I don't think it's gonna happen. But time will tell. But right now, you have to be the person that wants to change, and you want to change your behavior, not just so that you could get back into that relationship with that person, because then once you change your behavior to show them that you changed, and you're like, oh, I'm this whole new person, and then y'all get back to each other, but you didn't actually really do the work, like you didn't change for yourself, you changed because you wanted the relationship to work, then you're gonna go right back to doing those same things. So in order for a change, like a true change, to actually happen, you have to want to change for yourself and not for that person, or not just to get the relationship to work. And I'm noticing that. And I think that's like the hardest change, because you're like, oh, I'm just gonna stop doing this and stop doing that, and then I'm gonna show them that like I can stop doing this, I can stop doing that. I'm just gonna show them, watch, and then once you get that person back, you just start doing the same shit over again. Like, that's not the change that they're asking for. That's a temporary change. You don't want a temporary change. You want a full-blown transformation. So only do the change if you truly feel like you're doing it for you and not for anybody else. So basically, give the relationship space to figure out if this is something that you actually really want to do. Another thing in this book, she said, could you be with this person for the rest of your life if they never change? Basically, we talked about that. Like, could you be with the person forever if they never change? The answer is no. Then that's the person that you need to move away from. Then it says, it takes 3 months to truly grieve a breakup. You need to take, what does it say? You need to take your time, take the time that you need and let yourself grieve. So basically in that chapter, she was like, if you feel like you need to cry, cry. If you feel like you need to reach out. But if you feel like you need to reach out. If you feel like you need to take this time and be by yourself. You are okay to feel the emotions that you feel, and no one should take that away from you. So if you broke up last month and you're still crying over this person, you're still grieving over this person, you still want to communicate with this person, you still want to talk to somebody, that's perfectly fine. That is necessary. You can take all the time you need to grieve. There's no time limit on how long you should grieve or a breakup. If you take a whole year, then you take a whole year. But like, there's no time limit, and no one should be like, oh my god, y'all broke up like 4 months ago, why are you still grieving? Would you still be mad at, would you tell somebody why they're still grieving if somebody was to die? Like, a breakup literally feels like a death. Like, especially when you truly love and care about that person, it truly feels like a freaking death. And you are allowed to take as long as you want to take to grieve that person. You can take as long as you want, a year, 2 years. And then that time, work on yourself. Like, work on yourself. Don't grieve and then end up in the arms of somebody else. That's not how you grieve. It's not a healthy way to grieve. Healthy way of grieving is taking the time, learning from the situation so that you know that you're not going to make those same mistakes, taking the good out of the relationship, taking the bad out of the relationship, and just really processing it and analyzing it so that for the next relationship that you choose to get into, you know what you would tolerate and you know what you won't tolerate. Period. And then she spoke about friendships, and that's a whole nother thing. Overall, this book was so good. Like, I really focused more so on the relationship aspect of this book, and just the whole like tricking your mind into just the let them theory. I didn't really I paid attention, but I didn't pay attention to the friend part, because right now my main problem is I'm grieving a relationship, and I'm learning how to not be so negative, and I'm learning how to put myself first. So those were the main things that I took away from this book. Yes, there's a whole chapter about friendship and things like that, but I only took what I needed to take from this book, and I just was like, yeah, it's I mean, I wrote a full book review of it to like break it down, but like I wanted to get into like more depth of it. The chapters that really stood out for me is chapter 19 to the end. Chapter 19 is like, how do you take your relationship to the next level? How every ending is a beautiful beginning. Where is it? Surviving a heartbreak. This chapter is chapter 20, and baby, listen. The gems in surviving a heartbreak was something serious. She put like remove all. So she put in this book like ways to help you get over a breakup, and she put remove all the environmental triggers. So if y'all got pictures together, if they bought you a stuffed animal, if you have a sweater, a hoodie, a sock, or something of that person, you don't have to throw it away, you don't have to burn the pictures, just put it out of sight, out of mind. So like, just get rid of those things that like when you see them you automatically think of that person, because you're not truly ready to deal with the things. You don't, like I said, you don't have to throw them away, you don't have to burn them, just right now you don't need them around you. So like, one, remove all emotional triggers. The second thing she said is give your bedroom a small makeover. So my vanity used to be on this wall right here, and I moved it over here. I moved my bedroom around. I mean, I don't really have that much space to move things around. And I also took my dog's kennel down and put an elliptical over there. So like I did some transformation in my bedroom to make it different from what it used to be when it was comfortable with him. Another one is reach out to friends, siblings, cousins, and coworkers. Basically, like, reach out to your friends and be like, hey, I'm going through a rough patch right now. I could truly need your support. If you want somebody to hang out with, just call me and I'll hang out with you. Number 4 is fill your calendar. Make sure you always booked and busy. Y'all, when I got out of my relationship, I took trips. I went to Vegas, I went to Toronto, and I went to New Orleans. And I took trips because I feel like those are my safe havens. I was already in the wedding in Vegas, so I went to Vegas. I was already going to New Orleans for a bachelorette party, so I was already going there. But the trip I took for myself to start my healing journey was Toronto. Then another one says, pick a challenge you have always wanted to do. Y'all, I'm writing a book. I've been writing a book for a long time, but I'm like legit writing in the book. And then it says keep asking yourself questions. And so I asked ChatGPT to give me questions that I can write in my journal that really will have me thinking. And that's 67 questions because it's 67 days to my birthday. And I just wanted ChatGPT to give me questions that will really have me thinking, really will have me writing. There's like 1 week it's about self-love, 1 week it's about self-worth. 1 week it's about like relationships. Like I just gave it like different things that I really wanted to break down and talk about in my journal, and then ChatGPT gave me the questions. So that's how I am keeping myself to asking myself questions. So yeah, that's basically this book in a nutshell, y'all. I highly recommend the Let Them Theory book. I have my friend Lexi, we and her were reading it together, and then I seen my sister Sissy Pooh, I seen her have like a self-care day by herself, and she went and picked up this book, and I told her like, this book is about to change your life. I recommend a lot of books, but if you're just in the space of just looking for a change and just trying to figure out how to change the trajectory of your life and trying to figure out how to not let so many things bother you in life, this is going to be that book for you. And I promise you, there is something in this book for everybody. The Let Them Theory is so much more than just words. It's so much more than a tattoo. It's so much more than just a book. Like, once you take everything in this book, and even from the podcast, and you apply it to your life, there's no way that you won't succeed. There's no way that you won't take control back of your life. There's no way that you won't find the peace and the happiness that you're looking for after you read this book. Like, again, I said, with faith without work is dead, and you can't just read this book and be like, all right, my life has changed. No, you have to do the groundwork, and that's the hard part. Like, but you have a tool guide that's here for you to give you all the gems on how to do it. You just have to do it. And that's my problem. Like, I'll read so many self-care help books and I'm like, all right, cool, I'm gonna change my life. It's been 2 years, y'all, and I'm still back doing the same dumb stuff that I've been doing. But after reading this book, I'm like, okay, Nitra, I know what I need to do to change my life. Like, my life isn't going to get any better if I keep sticking to my own ways and not letting people just do what they need to do. Like, I can't control nobody emotions, nobody's nothing. I can only control me. So in the meantime, let these people do what they want to do. Let them. Because right now I'm in my let me era, and my let me era is going to be magnificent. We're gonna come back and do a check-in. You're gonna be like, dang girl, like, so much has changed since you made that video. I just want to get to like my birthday and be like, let me tell you all the things that happened. So like, I am really going to apply the tools that she has given us in this book to my life to change for the better. And I hope that if you're going through a tough time, a rough patch, a friendship breakup, some things with your kids, some things with your husband, your ex, your friends, your cousin, that you pick up this book and you read it and let them change your life, because I promise you it's about to change mine.